Good afternoon, everyone. We're here today to talk about transportation within our city, across our river. In this neighborhood, like so many others, transportation issues are paramount. People have to move, and they have to move safely. I'm excited today to announce the launch of yxemoves.ca, a website to talk about transportation issues in Saskatoon. Great cities have great transportation networks. And in the last 10 years, our streets have changed. Car traffic has become faster, more congested, more dangerous. Real people are looking for real solutions. People approach me every day. A businessman stopped me on the street the other day to tell me that he has to explain to his colleagues in New York City why it takes him longer to get to work than it does for them. Parents are telling me they're spending all their time driving their kids around town. It's taking more and more time. Students need affordable transportation, but options like biking have become more dangerous. And most importantly, people in these residential neighborhoods telling me they can't let their kids play on their driveways any longer. They're afraid of and annoyed by fast drivers who don't obey speed limits or stop signs. We need to talk about how the city is changing and how our transportation networks also have to change with it. If we keep doing everything the same way, it is going to only make the problem worse. I've said it before. There are cities of 500,000 that you want to live in, and cities of 500,000 that you wouldn't want to live in. So Saskatoon, this is your chance to tell us. What do you want your city to look like? Talk to me about your ideas about complete streets. These are streets that are modern, that are designed to accommodate pedestrian, cyclist, and transit, as well as cars. The city of Kitchener, about the same size as Saskatoon, has a complete streets policy. So does Calgary, since 2009. Edmonton is working on one. Why is Saskatoon so far behind? On yxemoves.ca, we are posting questions to spark discussion. Whether you're a driver or a cyclist, whether you're looking for more walkable neighborhoods or want to talk about safety for seniors or kids, this is a place to bring your ideas. We desperately need to modernize how we move, or it's just going to get worse. As I said, transportation issues have never been more important in this city and never bigger than today. Yesterday, the City of Saskatoon announced that the South Bridge will not open until sometime next year. We have a leadership gap in this city, and it begins and ends in this mayor's office. Don Atchison's track record of managing large projects is dismal. He told us River Landing was a priority and then wasted 3 years with Lake Placid. Next, despite every traffic report and every growth projection for our city, he picked the South Bridge over the North Bridge. Now we have a $300 million project that's going to sit idle for another winter, and he says his plan is to let the administration take care of it. Well, I think it's time for the mayor to be a leader. We need someone sitting in the mayor's chair who thinks it's his job to accept responsibility for the scope of this failure. I want the voters to ask themselves this question. After River Landing, after the South Bridge, do you really think Don Atchison could deliver a North Bridge or any other project? In fact, this mayor has delivered very little of what he promised in the last 10 years. This contract we hear about is supposed to have a fine structure built into it. From the beginning, he's been telling us about the $10,000 per day fine that will ensure that the project is delivered on time. He said that voters wouldn't have to pay the price if it isn't. Now he's saying it isn't that clear after all. Now he's saying we can't even see the contract. Now he's saying that instead of stepping up, we should just let the administration handle it. This is simply unacceptable. It's past September 30th, and this is past the time that a leader has to do their job. You can't just leave that to the administration to sort out. Where is the leadership? The mayor told us he has been to 10,000 ribbon cuttings since he's become mayor. That's very nice. But I think the mayor's job is bigger than that. What I can tell you is that if you choose me as mayor, I will be a leader at City Hall, within administration, within council, within the city. When a big issue comes along, I won't just let the administration handle it. We have the most fractured city council in anyone's memory. A mayor needs to be a leader, but they also need to be a team leader. Don Atchison has made no effort to bring this group together to meet the major challenges that face this city now and through this period of extraordinary growth. I have worked on teams for 30 years. This is how management works in the real world. I just think it needs to be said. There are people who are angry and concerned about this issue. This morning, Don Atchison called anybody who questions the Southbridge project an armchair engineer. These are legitimate questions, and insulting the voters is not leadership, and certainly not the kind of behavior we want from a mayor. Thank you.
So do you think that